Kia ora. Well, the weather has turned a corner. Unfortunately, that corner is back towards winter. Cold air running up and across us, more snowfall down south, and for the likes of, say, Northland and Auckland as we head through this afternoon, some thundery weather as well, not out of the question, as this next band of wet weather and some strong, gusty southwesterly winds that run back towards us. Well worth keeping an eye on the forecast there. You can see this wet weather creeps across the North Island through this afternoon. These arrows showing that southwesterly wind, a key player in our weather across the next few days. Up north, quite gusty winds with us throughout Monday night and through in towards Tuesday, and down south those southwesterlies bringing more cold air back in towards parts of Southland and Otago. More snowfall through there. There is a heavy snow watch for you as we run through the night time tonight, and as we go through the night you can see that snow runs up in towards Canterbury, that wet weather as well down towards the plains, but the snow up about the higher ground. And as we go in towards the early hours of the morning for Tuesday, this rain waiting to come back towards that western side of the North Island. The cloud already thickening up. Some clearer skies across the Bear, plenty, and down through the eastern side of the North Island through the night time. But I think we are going to find it does turn rather cloudy and wet through the daytime there as well. In terms of our temperatures overnight, Tuesday night into Monday night into Tuesday morning, the coldest temperatures down south, where places like Queenstown could get down to about -3 degrees Celsius. Up north, we're still just about in that warmer air through the night time tonight and into those early hours of Tuesday. However, it's worth saying that as we go through the following night, Tuesday night towards Wednesday, these temperatures are going very different. Back down below freezing in some of those more central parts of the North Island, and a cold and frosty start today on Wednesday. As we go through into Tuesday, you can see this wet weather moves up across the north, that snow across the Kaikoura Ranges. Clearer skies back down south behind this area of wet weather, but we are going to find that rain that runs across the North Island. With it, some heavy falls. Again, still the risk of perhaps some thunderstorms through Northland and Auckland, and even out towards Tairāwhiti. Although the rain gets to you last, it should be taking its time to clear away in the evening as well. We'll also find, although the main rain will be focused on these fronts, there will still be a fair number of showers to get pushed through with these gusty, blustery southwesterly winds across Northland and Auckland through the daytime. And we'll find some of that cold air runs up towards the North Island as well, bringing that risk of snowfall towards places like the Central Plateau. Even Taranaki-Monga like to find a bit of a fresh coating of snow about the higher parts through there. So with that in mind, we've also got a heavy snow watch for those higher parts of Taihape, up above about 700 metres, but that is low enough to impact the likes of, say, the Desert Road as we go through the night time. So we have got that heavy snow watch for Tuesday through the likes of, say, Taihape from, say, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also got that snowfall risk down south as well. Now, the heaviest snow above about 300 metres. But with that cold air, I think we'll find the snow even perhaps down to almost sea level through parts of, say, Southland and Otago, with that cold air creeping through us. So we have got that risk, particularly as we head through the night time tonight, Monday, in towards that first part of the day on Tuesday. And with all that snow around, we've also got the full gambit of road snow warnings right the way from Milford Road in the far south there across towards that Dunedin Waiiti Road out towards Otago, and even up in towards the Napier Taupo Road. Now, snowfall amounts will vary from each of those roads, as will the timing, so head along to the Met Service website for all the latest information there. But generally just be aware that if you're planning any of those higher crossings over either the South or the North Island over the next couple of days, do keep a very close eye on the forecasts. Now, let's have a look at the North Island. Now, we start off with some clearer skies across the east here, but that cloud already thickens up out towards the west, and that rain arrives through the morning time. Some heavy falls in that as well, and those strong, gusty southwesterly winds in towards Auckland as well, making it rather a windy feeling day. As we head through towards the afternoon, that rain continues to move north. So you can see that snowfall across the Central Plateau and across those higher ranges of Hawke's Bay, and even up in towards the Gisborne region as well. By the end of the day, we'll find some clearer skies back with us across many parts of the North Island. We'll still find a bit of a cloud down through the likes of Wellington, that rain easing off to just an odd shower. You can see, though, with these southwesterly winds, there'll still be these showers embedded out through Northland and Auckland. So although the heaviest showers clear off with that first front, we'll still keep hold of some showers through there through the afternoon. And with those gusts of wind, perhaps even around about 90 kilometres an hour around the likes of, say, Auckland, well worth keeping a close eye on the forecast. And like I say, with the Desert Road there could well be some snow about the very higher parts of the road there. Take extra care, extra caution, especially if you're travelling later in the day on Tuesday. In terms of our temperatures, well, nothing really great in terms of our daytime highs. 11 degrees Celsius there for Taupo, 9 for us here in Wellington, a chilly old day. And with that stronger southerly wind, it will feel a fair bit colder as well. But it's really our overnight temperatures that I think will be the main talking point. Places like Hamilton, back down towards freezing for your start of the day on Wednesday. A cold and a frosty one, even in Auckland. I think your lows back to about 7 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Celsius, your top temperature. But it's worth saying, especially on these exposed western coasts, if you're in the wind, it will be feeling a fair bit colder. Let's cross down towards the south land. We'll start off with that band of wet weather stretching across from the western coast down towards the likes of Christchurch. Snowfall inland. Watch out for those heavy snow warnings for places like Arthur's Pass and Lewis. That should improve quite nicely through the daytime. Some clearer skies back with us from that western coast. A bit more cloud still on that eastern side. And we'll still find some showers, particularly around the likes of Banks Peninsula. But an improving day for the likes of, say, Christchurch. The wind's easing off. The sky's getting brighter. Down south, we'll have those showers to start things off, and I think some of those will be a little bit wintry as well. Perhaps even down towards, like I say, Dunedin could find some snow first thing. The showers should ease as we head through the daytime, but we'll still keep hold of those southwesterlies, and I think we've got more of that westerly weather coming through towards the end of the day, with more wet weather in towards Fiordland as well. Keep an eye on the forecast, check in on your local spots over on the Met Service website. Daytime temperatures, highs of just 10 degrees Celsius in Christchurch. And again, with some clearer skies and some colder temperatures overnight, back down to about -3 as we head in towards the early hours of Wednesday. Now, for Wednesday, with some nice clear skies, it starts off fine, dry and sunny, but frosty for many places on the North Island. We'll start to find the cloud thicken up across the western side. You can see some wet weather back in towards Westland and Fiordland, heaviest down through Fiordland, but for many spots through Wednesday, generally dry. An odd shower not out of the question around those western parts of Northland, Auckland and down towards Taranaki. But out towards the east, things are drier. It's not nearly as windy, but I think we are going to find generally a drier, clearer, colder day for many of us on Wednesday. And that's it from me. There's more at metservice.com.